Okay, let us start now. Yes, our Zia sir has taught you about this governors, na? So we will start with that. Okay. All of you know how does a governor works. Have you seen this governor? Zia sir has informed you about this. Have you all seen this? Yes, students. All of you have seen this governor, or whether you are seeing it for the first time. Yes, students. All of you can hear me. All of you can hear me, na? Okay. So I think Zia sir might have taught you about some sums also. We have started with governors. So have you all seen this governor working? Whether he has shown you this? I think he might have shown you some things about this. Yes? Can anyone reply? Yes, students. Have you seen the Porter governor? Yes, all of you. Have you seen this Porter governor? Okay. I think uh, okay, let us see. This is a Porter governor. Okay. All of you know it's working. It is used to control the fuel at different load conditions. Okay, at different load conditions, it is used to control the speed. As the governor moves up, okay, because of the increasing speed, as the speed is increasing, okay, the governor moves up, and therefore, what happens? It controls the throttle body. Okay, it controls the throttle body which is attached to the sleeve, and therefore what happens, the fuel supply will decrease. Okay, it will try to close the throttle body. Okay, so very simple. See here, all of you. See, here is the upper arm. Okay, here is the upper arm which is shown. Okay, and then this is the central axis. Okay, this is the central axis about which the fly ball is rotating. This is the fly ball. Okay, there are two fly balls. Okay, this is the fly balls which are rotating. Okay, because of the weight. Okay, the weight is acting downwards. Okay, so the weights of the fly ball is acting downwards. Also there is the weight of this sleeve. Okay, it is also acting downwards. So because of this weight, also because it is rotating about this axis, and there is a radius of rotation here, radius of rotation which is called as r. Okay, what is happening is that there is a centrifugal force created. Centrifugal force will be in which direction? It will be in this direction, outwards. Okay, both the sides, it will be outwards. And because of this centrifugal force, what is happening, the arms are having a tension and the arms are lifted up. Okay, you can see the working here, students. I will just show you the working. Okay, see, because it is rotating, the fly balls are having some mass. Okay, it is about 0.5 kg or 0.7 kg. Okay, so because of that, it will see the speed is controlling from here. Okay, the speed is controlled. It is about 300 rpm now. So at 300 rpm or 315 rpm, it is getting lifted up. Okay, what is happening? It is getting lifted up. Okay, see, the scale is shown here. Okay, the scale is shown here, and therefore it is around 1 centimeter. It is getting lifted up because the speed has increased. Okay, so what is happening when the speed is increased? This sleeve, okay, this sleeve here, it is getting lifted up. Okay, this is the sleeve. It is also having some mass. Okay, so why we have put some mass here? Because it does not get lift up very easily. Okay, it does not get lifts up very easily. It requires some speed to get lifted up. Okay, getting all of you students. So this in this practical, okay, you all of you, I will go in the more practical approach only, because theory has been taught to you. Okay, so what we have to do is, see, we have to take different speeds here. Okay, we have to take different speeds. At different speeds we have to find out what is the sleeve lift. Okay, this sleeve is lifted by how much centimeters. Okay, that we have to note, and we have to find out what is the, at last we have to find out what is the controlling force, what is the controlling force versus the speed. Okay, what is the controlling force versus the speed. Okay, so at last we have to find out. See, one more thing is that as the speed is increasing, this radius of rotation here will increase. Okay, the radius of rotation will increase, and therefore your centrifugal force will increase. This sleeve will be getting lifted here because it will move outwards. Okay, as it will move outward, it will pull this, it will pull this lower sleeve. Okay, it will pull this lower sleeve at as this will move outwards. Okay, it will also pull this sleeve. Okay, so this sleeve will be moving, this ball will be moving little bit upwards. Okay, because it is being pulled, and therefore this sleeve will also be lifted because this arm is getting lifted. Okay, this sleeve will get lifted because the lower arm is getting lifted. Okay, again the height will reduce. Okay, the height is from the center of the ball here. Okay, the line which is passing to the center of the ball till the point where the upper arms are meeting. So this is the height. So as the speed is increased, what will happen? The height will go on decreasing, and as the speed is increased, the radius will go on increasing. Okay, all of you know this. So see here now, what we have to do. See, this is the observation table. Okay, mass of the fly ball, we should know mass of the fly ball. Okay, it is given by the specifications only. Okay, we can remove it, we can measure it with the help of a weight measuring machine also. Okay, so you can take mass of the ball as somewhat, you can take it as 0.7 kg or 0.5 kg. Here we can take it as 0.7 kg. Okay, 0.7 kg we can take it as. Okay, so this is the mass of one ball. Okay, this is the mass of one ball. So 0.7 kg is the mass. We can take it as, okay, 0.7 kg. In our actual practicals, okay, that was little bit different. I don't have that actual values, but we can assume it as it will be somewhere around 0.7 kg. That is 700 grams. Okay, 0.7 kg. That is the 700 grams. Initial height of the governor. Okay, initial height of the governor means what? It means that when the your sleeve has not lifted up. Okay, when the sleeve was not lifted up. Okay, that is the initial height here. So it is denoted by H naught. Okay, it is denoted by H naught here. Here is written H naught. So initial height. Okay, when the piston is when the sleeve is not lifted up. Okay, so that is your initial height of the governor. Okay, initial height we can take it as, see, now the piston starts, the governor starts moving, but what is happening? The sleeve is not getting lifted up. You can see there is not a single movement of this sleeve. Okay, there is not a single movement of this sleeve. See this sleeve. This sleeve is not getting lifted up. Okay, okay. But as the speed is increasing, okay, as the speed is increasing, then there will be a some upward force. See, there is a some upward force created, but as soon as it reaches around 300, it is getting lifted. Vibrations is started, and okay, you all can see it. The vibrations have started, and the at around 315, okay, the sleeve lift is 1 centimeter. Okay, the sleeve lift is around 1 centimeter here. Okay, shown here. Okay, it is 1 centimeter shown here. Okay, so but RPM is around 312. Okay, so what we have to do is now, see, we have to note down the speed and the sleeve lift. Okay, so now see, mass of the ball is we are taking it as 0.7. Okay, you all can note it. Initial height of the governor. Okay, initial height we can take it as approximately as let's say 15 centimeters. Okay, 15 centimeters we can take it initially, just by approximation, because I remember some points when I was performing the practical. Okay, so we can assume now, as we are not having the actual measurements, so you can take it as 15 centimeters, that is 0.15 meters. Okay, so initial height is 0.15 meters. Okay, that is denoted by h naught here. Okay, and the next thing, see, length of the arm. Okay, length of the arm, we can take initial value. Okay, if we are taking the height as 0.15 meters. Okay, you can see here, if we are assuming this height, okay, this height is 0.15 meters here. So can anyone tell me whether the length will be more or less? Okay, this height I am taking it as 0.15. Okay, 0.15 meters. So what will be the length? Whether it will be more than this or less than this? Okay, so can anyone tell me in the chat box this length of the upper arm? Okay, this length of the upper arm, whether it will be more or less? See, there is a 90-degree formed here. Yes, of course, L will be more. Yes, very good. Those who are applying, the L will be more. Okay, the initial length will be more. So we can take this initial length of the arm. Okay, or this length is not going to change according to the speeds. Huh? The length of the arm will not change with the speed. Nah? So we can take it as 0.18 meters. Okay, 0.18 meters. Okay, we are taking it as 0.18 meters. Okay, so these are the values which we are taking. Okay, and we are solving the sum, solving this practical. Okay, what is shown here? The initial angle, or the uh, angle of inclination, that is alpha. Okay, so this angle of inclination alpha, it is going to change. Okay, here the alpha is going to change according to the speeds. What will happen when the speed will increase? The mass will move outwards. Okay, this mass fly ball will move outwards. Okay, therefore there will be a lift also will be created, and therefore the height will change, and therefore alpha will change according to the different sleeve lift. Okay, here the lift will be there. Okay, so we have to measure and see the sleeve lift, and we have to put it here. Then we are getting the speed of the governor. We have to put it here. Then we can calculate the value of alpha. Okay. See, one thing you can note, we are finding the value of alpha here. Okay. We are finding the value of alpha, that is cos inverse of h upon L. Okay. Cos inverse of h upon L. So we will get at any point, we will get the value of alpha. Okay. Then we can find out the height of the governor. Okay. We can also find out the height of the governor. H is equal to h naught minus x by 2. So this h, okay, this h we have to substitute it here. Okay. This h only, okay, which we will get by h naught minus x by 2. So whatever is the sleeve lift, we have to put it here. Sleeve lift, if we are getting it 1 centimeter, you have to put it here at the place of x. Okay. And this h naught we are taking it as 0.18 meters. Okay. So 0.18 minus 1 by 2, you have to put it here. Okay. It at this h, and then L, you know, okay, L is 0.18, you have to put it, you will get the value of alpha. By using this value of alpha, we are going to find out the radius of rotation. Here, the radius of rotation is 0.05 plus L sine alpha. So why L sine alpha? See, here there is L, okay, H will be L cos alpha, and this radius will be L sine alpha. Okay, this radius will be L sine alpha. In this diagram, see, this is 90 degree. Okay, this is the L, length L of the upper arm, which is the hypotenuse. So the radius will be L sine alpha. Okay, so why we are using this formula, students? Why we are not directly taking the value of radius? Okay, why we are directly not taking the value of radius here? Because see, we cannot measure the value of radius at different points. Okay, we cannot measure the value of radius at different points. See here, when the governor is rotating, we cannot measure the value of the radius. Okay, we cannot put our scale and measure the radius. So what we are measuring the sleeve lift, how much it is lifted. Okay, how much it is lifted, and therefore with the help of that and with the help of the geometry, we are trying to find out the radius. The main aim of finding out the height is to find out the radius. Okay, see, it is rotating. At this moment of time, we cannot find out how much is the radius. The radius has increased because of the sleeve lift. Okay, so that is why we are finding out the angle of inclination alpha here. Okay, angle of, after finding out the angle of inclination, okay, we are putting it in the formula, okay, of radius of rotation here. Okay, and why this is 0.05? This 0.05 is just the adjustment or the clearance. Okay, it is just the clearance which is given. Okay, just don't get confused. See, this R here is in this diagram. Okay, in the diagram, the R is L sine alpha. Okay, this R is L sine alpha. This radius of rotation is L sine alpha. But when you see in the practicals, okay, in the practical there is some arrangement. Okay, there is some arrangement given. See, all of you see here, the radius of rotation you will get, okay, that is this R. Okay, but the point of attachment of this upper arm is here. Okay, here. So a radius you will get it as this. This R value will get for L sine alpha, we'll get this value. Okay, but what about this? The total radius is from this point, this central axis. So what we are doing, we are taking this value, okay, as 5 centimeter, that is 0.05. Okay, this is my 0.05. Okay, this distance is 0.05, that is 5 centimeter, and this is L sine alpha. Okay, all of you are getting this. So this is, by adding both the values, I am getting the total radius of rotation at that speed. Okay, for that speed, I am getting the total radius of rotation, and the lift also is 1 centimeter. Okay, the lift will be 1 centimeter. For that 1 centimeter, I will get the radius of rotation. Hope you are getting this. And I will also get the sleeve lift, and I will also get the radius of, the RPM. Okay. So see here now the observation table. Okay. You will get the value of alpha. You have to put it in the value of radius of rotation here. Okay. You will get the radius of rotation. Then radius, by using that radius of rotation, okay, you have to put it in the formula of centrifugal force. Centrifugal force will be R. Okay. You know the mass of the ball. Okay. We have taken it as 0.7 kg mass of the ball, and omega. Okay. Whatever omega we are getting, we are going to put it here. So we will get the value of the centrifugal force which is acting at the ball. Okay. We'll get the value of the centrifugal force which is acting at the ball. This centrifugal force, okay, we have to plot a graph at the final for different values of the centrifugal force at different readings, and we have to find out the graph. Okay, here, see, there is a force here. We have to plot the controlling force or the centrifugal force here, and the speed in the x-axis here. Speed will be here. Okay, your omega will be here. Okay, omega will be here. So you will get a graph somewhat like this. Okay, you have to get the plot the graph, and the force is increasing as the speed increasing. You have to show it. Okay, all of you are getting this, students? So can you calculate one value here? Okay, we will try to calculate one value. Okay, just take the sleeve lift. Okay, we are taking the sleeve lift x1 as 2 centimeters. Okay, all of you try to solve it. See, if you solve it, you will get, understand. See, take this sleeve lift as 2 centimeters. Okay, for this 2 centimeter, the speed was around 350. Okay, 350. Okay, so you can find out h. Okay, h initial height was 0.15. Okay, 0.15. Okay, 0.15 minus 0.02. Okay, what is 0.02? 0.02 is the sleeve lift in meters. Okay, minus 0.02 upon 2. Okay, so 0.15 minus 0.02 upon 2, this value you have to put it here in the value of alpha. Okay, L will be 0.18 here. See, L will be 0.18. Okay, and you will get the value of alpha. You put the value of alpha in the formula of radius of rotation. Okay, and then you find out the controlling force. Can you all do this, students? Yes, all of you are ready. You have taken a book and pencil. You can take a book and pencil. Okay, or a book of pen. Okay, this is sleeve lift is 0.02 meters. That is 2 centimeters. Okay. Can you all tell me the answer, students? All of you are solving. I hope all of you are solving it. I have given you the values. You just have to tell me the answer. Yes, you can unmute yourself now and tell me the answer. Okay. Yes, Sheikh Ali. Sheikh Ali, you raised your hand. You can unmute and tell me the answer. What is the centrifugal force you are getting? Yes, I hope you all are solving the sum. Okay. See, this is your practicals. In this practicals, you will get to know different things as compared to your theoretical way of solving. In theory, the given was something else. Okay, the sum was a little bit different. Okay, here we are taking the practical values and we are trying to compare the values at different points. Okay, So hope you all are solving. Can anyone tell me what is the answer? What is the controlling force you are getting? Yes, I think there are a total of 14 participants. Okay, there are a total of 14 participants, including me. Yes, so all of you are solving. Students, can anyone reply? Oh, you all have a calculator, or if you don't have a calculator, you can use your mobile. Okay, you can use your mobile. You have a scientific calculator at from Play Store. You can use it, and you can find out the values. Then you will understand that which are the values we are getting, how to solve it. Okay, so can anyone tell me? See, the time is running out. Only 9 minutes are remaining for the Zoom meeting. Yes, anyone who is solving, or should I move ahead? I've asked you to unmute yourself also. Can anyone tell me whether you are solving or not? Students, you don't reply so easily. Can anyone at least reply in the chat box whether you are solving or not? How I will know it? Okay, good. So, very good. So, see, for solving the first sum, you have to keep in mind the units also. I have told you the units, you have to keep it in meters. Okay, mass will be in kgs. Yes, I'm not able to hear you. What is the value? Not able to hear you. You can type in the chat box, students, if you got the answer. Yes, if you have any doubt, you can also chat with me.
सर मास
I'm
कितना
able to
लेना है?
hear you
मास
clearly.
एम
Sorry,
मास ऑफ द बॉल
mass of the ball. You can take it as 0.7 kg. Mass of the ball is 0.7 kg. Yes, one student has got the answer. Bilal Patel 0.7. Yes, anyone else who has got the answer? One 153. Okay. Okay. Yes, mass is 0.7 kg. 153 you are getting. Okay. 153.26 newtons. Okay. So two students are getting around 153. Others are not solving. Yes, other students are not solving. Okay, let it be. So as most students are getting around 153, very good. So we will take that value, okay, and we will substitute it here in at the value of centrifugal force in newtons. Okay, so that is around 153. Okay, so see what you have to do. You have to again take the reading. Okay, when the speed is increasing. Okay, when the speed is increasing, you have to again take the reading and you have to substitute it here. Okay, see, as the speed is increasing, what will happen? The I am increasing the speed. See, here there is a motor. With the help of a motor, we are increasing the speed. But in actual practice, what is happening is that the engine is connected to the governor, okay, with the help of gears, and the engine speed, okay, as the engine speed increases, the governor speed increases, and therefore the sleeve is getting lifted up. Okay, as the sleeve is getting lifted up, the radius of rotation is increasing. Okay, radius of rotation is increasing, and therefore you will get the more centrifugal force. Okay, because the radius of rotation and the speed, you will get more centrifugal force. See, at around 315 here shown 1 centimeter. Okay, now what will happen? 312. Okay, he was getting 1 centimeter. So we are taking it at 2 to 3 rotations we are taking. Okay, so around 330. Okay, around 330 is getting 2 centimeters. Okay, so we can take like this. We can take different values. Okay, different values of the RPM for different sleeve lift. Okay, these two values only we have to note while doing the experiments. From that, we can calculate the value of the radius of rotation by using this formulas of geometry. Okay, students. So see here now, you have to find out the different centrifugal force. Okay, and with the help of that centrifugal force, you have to draw the graph. See, speed versus the centrifugal force. Okay, speed in RPM, you can keep it as speed in RPM or radians per second, whatever it is, and the controlling force. Okay, and then you will get a graph. Okay, you will get a graph. Okay, that is somewhat which is drawn like this. Okay, as the speed is increasing, of course, the controlling force will increase. Yes, the meeting is going to getting end. I will start it again, and I will try to wind it up. Okay, time is also remaining. So all of you join it again when the meeting gets ended.